Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Chiefs gets knocked out of the Nedbank Cup, playing dismal football. As usual, we get knocked out not by a DSTV Premiership team. No, not a DSTV Premiership team. Not an NFD team. No, a third division team, Vodacom's left, ABC, what, I don't even know. This team in that league is sitting number 12. They're not even number 1. They're number 12. Do you understand how bad it is? Anyway, let's get to it. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's chat about Kaizer Chiefs, our beloved Kaizer Chiefs. First, I'll start by saying this. Before the game, Vina Kumalo or whoever that guy who works at Kaizer Chiefs, he posted a very insulting post saying Chiefs is now ready to go after the training session at FMB or something, saying Chiefs is now ready to go and defeat or whatever like that. And I was like, hey Vina, nyakuza baba, nyakuza. Don't go around saying such things about these teams. No. Do you know what TS Galaxy once did to us? He went and did it. It's like this thing I always used to say when Chiefs went to finals. I was like, if Chiefs goes to a final, never let Bernard Parker talk. Every time Bernard Parker used to talk before a final, we would lose. The day he doesn't talk before a final, we win. Bernard Parker was never meant to. But anyway, let's chat about the game. First minutes, Dupree misses a tap in. Then we have players like Sahile who get so excited that now he thinks he's Ronaldo or Messi. Like, the moment the crowd was starting to show faith in him, like, yeah, clapping, this guy lost his mind. Like, he stopped doing normal things. He wanted now to run past every defender and beat every defender. He no longer knew he had players around him. He just wanted to. He lost so many balls, one man, just running in jail. I don't understand. You know what? It was a terrible game, but at the same time, it's good. You know, we hate losing as Chiefs fans, but it's good. It's good that we lose like this, showing management these are management's decisions. Why? Can we all ask a fair question? And I'm not attacking anyone. No, I'm not attacking anyone. But can I ask a question? When Kaizer Chiefs hired Kevin Johnson, what did they hire him for? I'm just asking. I'm not fighting. I'm asking. What did they hire Kevin Johnson for? Is he doing his job they hired him for? Imagine you work at a Pick and Pay and they hire you to be a cashier. And now all of a second Sunday, you are in the kitchen lab, busy cutting amapaloni. And then when you get there, you like, law, when he's busy measuring the paloni lab, what was he hired for lab? Because he was hired to be a cashier. Because they say he's good at counting. So now that is my question. Why is Kevin Johnson our interim coach? And what does he do? Who is covering his post where he was meant to be hired? I don't understand. Like, why is Kevin Johnson our head coach currently, interim coach? I don't understand. Like, I knew this season we weren't going to win a trophy, but I expected some fight, you know? Like, when I saw Melifintseki was put as our coach, I knew we were not going to win anything. But at least I expected, like, some fight, some resistance, but it's nothing. Like, all of our players look average. And on top of that, I don't understand why Solomons is never starting. Can someone explain to me why Solomons never started? Solomons came in and created some of the most chances we had almost all the game. So my question is, why did Solomons not start the game? Where was Gwinika? Like, I fail to understand where Gwinika was going. Like, when I saw this lineup, I was like, it's supposed to be Frosler, then Solomons, then Gwinika. But every time Gwinika gets ahead of Solomons, but then it doesn't make sense. Another thing, I don't know how Unkosimpile Ngcobo always plays for so long. At halftime, 45 minutes, Unkosimpile Ngcobo was meant to be out of the game. Like, I really can't understand how Nkosimpile Ngcobo, Castillo, even worse. Let me get to Castillo. How did Castillo last 120 minutes? How did Castillo last 120 minutes? How did Castillo last in this game? Castillo had his worst game in a Kaizer Chiefs shirt today, but he lasted 120 minutes. Do you understand how shocking this is? We are not winning the game. We go and put Unjabulo Ngcobo in the game. We bring Ranga in the game. We leave Dolly outside of the game. Dolly tends to be the player who gives Chiefs the most assists and who knows how to deliver the balls properly in the box. So why is Dolly not in the game when the striker who is in the game needs supply in the box? You know what? I'm going to sum up this thing by saying this. We don't have a coach. We don't have an assistant coach. We don't have a fitness coach. We don't, obviously, have a striker coach. I will go and blame players like Abom Simango who have tap-ins and can't score, like Abo Dupree who have tap-ins and can't score, like Abom Dushabalala who have some of the worst games. I can go and blame these guys all I want and blame them till the sun comes up, till the sun goes down. But the one thing that I have to address is the fact that we don't have a coach. We have been crying for how many seasons to get a decent coach. We had Zwane. Zwane was fine. We were okay with the experiment of Zwane. Ne? We were okay. But it didn't work out. Even worse, let me take it back. Where was Middendorp going? Where was Stuart Baxter going? If those two didn't come to Chiefs, Arthur Zwane was never going to be a coach. If we got a proper coach from the beginning, before Middendorp and Stuart Baxter, Arthur Zwane was never going to be a coach. Molefe Ntseki was never going to be a coach. Kevin Johnson was never going to be a coach. So these 5 coaches I've named were not meant to be coaching Kaizer Chiefs. Chiefs with Middendorp and Stuart Baxter wanted to quickly hire someone who is going to bump into a title or take a shortcut and someone win something just for the fans to keep quiet, whatever. Wrong decision. Arthur Zwane came. They put Arthur Zwane in this team with Dylan Shepherd as an assistant. It's 2 people who have no idea what coaching in South Africa is like at a top tier football, and you expect miracles. Molefe Ntseki has never coached in the PSL. And then on top of that, you put Arthur Zwane and Dylan Shepherd, who also don't have coaching experience. Kevin Johnson has never won anything in his footballing career as a head coach. And number 2, the most important, you didn't hire him to be a coach. All I can say is this, guys. We have a big problem at Chiefs. And the big problem at Chiefs is, unfortunately, management. Management are the people who thought it was fine for us to go all these seasons watching what Sahile was doing, watching what Dupree was doing from last season, going all these seasons and not realizing that we need a striker coach. It's our management that decided that. Our management is the same one that decides to put people as head coach who have no qualification or experience to be part of a team like Kaizer Chiefs. And me, if Kaizer Chiefs comes to me tomorrow and offers me to be a coach, I will sign. Imagine Kaizer Chiefs offering me to be a coach. They're going to pay me 800K. You think I'll leave it? You guys will kick me out by throwing bottles at my head. But will I leave it? 800K? I'll sign the contract and Chiefs will have to buy me out of that contract. So that's all I'm saying, is that these coaches that are there will never say no to being a Kaizer Chiefs coach, even though they know they're not good enough to be it. They will never say no. Even the players that are signed, you think I'll say, people will say, if Kaizer Chiefs comes tomorrow and says, hey, but we need a strike, can you play? I'll say, yeah, I can play. Obvious. I'm a talented soccer player. I can score many goals. I score many goals in my dreams, but I'm sure I can make it a reality. Where's the contract? I am lost for words with this game. We had so many chances, but we played terrible football. I was watching this game and I was like, you know what? This Milford team just does not have good players, but they play better football than us. They just don't have the quality players to do anything about it. Like Chiefs was like outplaying them one-on-one because we have better players. But as a team, this team played way better than us. I don't have words today to really describe how I feel. Even in this, I am very calm because I feel like I had accepted that we won't win this game after like 75 minutes into the second half, when it was 75 minutes, and I saw we had still not scored. Because in my mind, I said, when the game started, I'm like, we can't reach halftime without a goal because Milford will start believing they can beat us. Second half, I was like, we can't continue and not have a goal by 60th minute at least, because Milford will start believing. And Milford's plan is to take you to penalties because they were starting to time waste even from the 60th minute. Then by the time we reached 75 minutes, I had accepted that we're not going to score. Why? Kevin Johnson started making his fancy substitutions that didn't make sense. Like, for example, I want to understand why he took out Umthetho in this game and left Castillo. Like, I want to understand where Matt was going, because Matt is not a creative midfielder. Because if it was me, I would have left him Tetwa to just screen in case something happens. Take off Castillo, bring in Dolly. Take off Unqobo, bring in Umfundo Vilakazi. And then on the left, Modi was fine. I can't really blame the Modi one. And he did try. He definitely did try. On the right, it made sense why they would have taken out Saile and put Dupree there. Striker, Ranga Chivavero, wrong sub for me personally. A lot of you will ask me why I'm saying Ranga was the wrong sub. It was not a game that needed crosses. It was a game that was going to be an outcome of a tap in or those kind of things. Why? We had crosses, we were getting behind them and crossing into the box on the ground and say we just needed someone to kick it on target. We didn't have the players to header the ball, and only having one player, it doesn't make sense. Ranga Chivavero did what he could, but I always say this is my problem with Ranga Chivavero. The current Kaizer Chiefs does not have the midfielders to take the creative responsibility and put the balls everywhere Ranga needs for him to just kick and whatever. Because Ranga, that's what he's good at, just finding that first touch shot, etc. We don't have those players. We need a striker who can find pockets. Ranga can't find pockets. Duba could possibly find pockets. But anyway, that is all I have for today. Yeah, Amakhosi for life. This is our life now. We have become a losing nation. We were cup kings. Now we are cup losers. Ish.